Time on the water is sacred. It's why you're here, to gain confidence in your abilities and unlock the world of water for yourself, your family, and your friends. I'm Mayumi.
And I'm Adam. Together, we're going to walk you through the basics of boating so you can experience the joy and freedom of being out on the water and go boldly into each adventure that comes your way.
You can't control the weather, but you can control the weather you end up in. When in doubt, don't go out.
These are words to live by. Safety and caution are primary objectives, so do not push it too far too soon. As you're exposed to more conditions and situations over time, your capabilities and confidence will grow.
It's essential to first understand these challenging conditions weather can create, how they impact the water, and how to plan around them.
Check weather forecasts, both the day before you're planning to go and the morning you set out. While out on the water, continue monitoring weather broadcasts through your VHF radio.
And just because the forecast calls for sun, that doesn't necessarily mean a sunny forecast. Wind, waves, and approaching storms or frontal boundaries should be considered when making your plans.
In weather reports, wind is described by the direction it is coming from. A north wind comes from the north and blows southward. A west wind comes from the west and blows eastward.
You need to be particularly mindful about the wind in open water, but even on the intracoastal waterway and inshore bays, strong wind will have effects and create rough waters.
You can often avoid rough waters by sticking close to the leeward shoreline. As the wind blows from shore toward the water, the land acts as a barrier protecting the water from the wind's effects. On this leeward side of the land, you'll find the calmest water and the smoothest ride. The wind in this scenario is also called an offshore wind, which can make coastal waters flat calm and ideal for cruising the beaches.
The landmass on the other side of the waterway is where you'll find the windward shoreline. The oncoming wind has had more time and space to create rough water, which will make for a less pleasant ride. In this case, the wind is often referred to as an onshore wind and can make for rough seas along the coast.
Meanwhile, the entire body of water is moving in tides. An incoming tide raises inland water levels, while an outgoing tide lowers the levels as the water drains seaward.
Some already shallow channels may become impassable on low tides. Time and experience on the water will help you identify challenging areas and show you when or when not to pass through them.
If you're going offshore, you'll likely encounter waves and swells. Stay well away from the shoreline and sandbars and be extra cautious navigating inlets.
Up against a strong outgoing tide, waves coming through an inlet can multiply in size. This makes passage dangerous, if not impossible. Wait for the tide to switch and for these conditions to subside.
It's always worth repeating. When in doubt, do not go out. Too much fog?
Wait for it to burn off. Lightning in your area?
Stay inside and wait it out, or postpone your plans. Bad weather has a way of popping up, so check the forecast before and during every trip.
While the weather can turn for the worse, it will just as often turn for the better. Understanding the weather and conditions will help you make the best choices for your time on the water.
Thanks for checking out this episode of Saltwater Boating Basics, presented by Mercury Marine.